You hope to collect about what, 5 billion monthly is what I got is the target eventually when this entire system is rolled out for Nairobi from parking?
Well, we collect about 2.2 million shillings.
Right now, but what you hope to do with the new system?
Right now, what we hope to do is we want to raise that to about 3 million shillings, which will come to, about 270 or so million shillings every month.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I was reading an article by one of the accountant that's in charge of the parking, and the figures there were quite outstanding, talking about so far the collection is 170 to 250 million shillings. So what I'm hearing from you is completely downgraded from that figure, and that, the figure that had been presented to the county assembly as the revenue that will be collected was 3.6 billion shillings, which was then later revised upwards to 5 billion shillings. But the accountant said that what would be realistic is 3 billion shillings. So what are we missing here?
No, those are not monthly figures, definitely, because if you look at 3 million a day, and you're going for the 30 days, then really you're getting around 100 million mark. Yeah. Now that is just for the daily parking. We have seasonal parking that pushes that up. So right now we are around about 120, 130 million, right? We'll go probably to about 250, 270 million with this new system.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the efficiencies, the loopholes, getting the people who traditionally don't pay for the seasonal parking, which is mostly 80% the matatus, a lot of them would not even terminate in the CBD. So they would escape our network of enforcement. Yeah. Now, with also our decentralization of services, we are taking enforcement to the ward level. So again, we have been able to see a rise since we introduced this system, right from about 9,000 matatus paying to about 12,000 matatus paying. So we went up another 30% on that.
Okay.
So the 5 billion figure is I'm not quite sure where you got that figure from.
I will show you where I got it from.
That's way off. Yeah.
That's way up. All right. In terms of increasing that space as well, you have 12, how many slots do you have, the parking slots?
Yeah, we have about 12,100 slots. 100 slots. Yes.
And there's a huge part of that goes to the government agencies, and this accountant was also talking about quite a number of, a huge amount of money, I think some 4 million shillings, perhaps would have been collected if that was open to the public. So is there a plan to expand the spaces?
Well, first of all, with the government spaces, they're supposed to pay parking just like anybody else. Okay. Right?
But now they have not been paying.
They've not been paying, and we have an issue, so it's something that we have brought up with the Senate so that they can help us, lobby some of these government offices, government ministries, parastatals to pay for parking, because they're enjoying that service. They expect us to fix the roads that they're parking on. They expect us to have the security. They expect us to put street lights on those roads. So really you need to pay for the service if the city is to progress with that. But what we are doing is, because of lack of parking within the city, we have also tendered for a modern parking structure to be built. And this is at the sunken car park, which is right in front of the Aga Khan Walk on Taifa Road. So we tendered for that last month. We're waiting for the bids to close so that we can get into a public-private partnership with an investor who would like to build a parking story there to kind of decongest the city and also increase the capacity for parking. And pretty much how this will work is the investor will put up about 1,800 to 2,000 parking slots, and then we'll share revenue until they're able to recover their investment and make their margin. Then that can revert back to us. So we want to put up a very, very modern parking structure. Once that is done, we'll look at all our other private, not private, but public off-street parking slots. I think there are about 11 or so around the city, and we'll begin to roll that out once we are sure that the model works pretty well.
So what are we looking at in terms of time frame for that to be rolled out?
The tendering process will probably take another 60 or so days.
Right.
Once that is done, typically it will take a construction period of about 24 months.
24 months.
So in about 2 or so years from now, we should have that, that parking structure up.